Hello, hello. In this video, we're going to be showing off a very interesting CNC technique to make custom curved molding. Okay, pretty cool stuff. So let's jump into it and I'll walk you through how we make these types of components on the Maverick 4x4 CNC system. Before we get started, I wanted to show the inspiration for this video. We recently got some photographs from a customer, Tyler Clarkson. He is a professional finish carpenter and loves taking on challenges that turn into opportunities. This job that Tyler is working on is for a themed hobbit hole Airbnb. Nearly all of the finish detail was done by Tyler, but we can see that this style called for a lot of custom components with arches or curved parts. This got me thinking, hey, maybe you guys would be interested in seeing how to do that on the CNC. Now, throughout this video, I'm also going to share some of the decisions I made and why I made them. The first thing I had to decide is how the parts can be mounted to the machine. Now, this seems to be my go-to method for any type of custom hardwood components, is using these low-pro clamps with the T-slot table. And for this part, I didn't even cut the edges of the blank square because the part is oversized so that I can cut out the entire arched component out of the material. So all I had to do was prep the wood to the right thickness before I took it to the machine. Now, the one thing I hope you take away from this is the power of router bit profiles. This is the secret to speed and quality on any CNC system, is the ability to use the shape of a cutter to your advantage. Here I stacked up 4 different cutter shapes to create this molding profile. The first cutter used is a shallow classic. The second is a cove classic. The third is a flat surfacing cutter. The fourth is a flat roundover cutter. And I did use a fifth, the down spiral 3/8 cutter, to cut out the shape of the part. All of these cutters can be found at magnate.net. Now, for the first 4 cutters, I kept the cutting parameters pretty simple. I found out that I wanted to get a chip thickness of about 0.01 inches. And so these first 4 tools are rotating at 12,000 RPM, cutting through the material at 240 inches per minute. They're also taking 1/4 inch roughing passes and a 0.05 inch finish pass to give me the best cut quality at the end. Now, the one thing I want to point out that's sometimes a little difficult to catch when watching these cutting demonstrations is the direction of climb mill and undercut. So each of these tools are taking multiple passes and they're actually cutting in both directions, left to right and right to left. What I made sure happened is that the final pass was climb milling in the direction I wanted it to be. And that was determined whether that cutter was cutting along an exposed edge. So for example, the first cutter, it didn't matter which direction I was cutting. The second cutter climb milled against the face that was up against the first cutting edge profile. Again, this is all to minimize any type of tear out and to give me the best finish quality. I used the same logic for the first 4 cutters to make sure I'm getting the cleanest cut quality for this molding profile. Now, the last cutter is that 3/8 down spiral cutter, and this is going to cut out the final shape of the arched component. Because this material thickness is 1.5 inches thick, I decided not to use any tabs when cutting this out, because from experience, I knew that there would be enough sawdust compacted within the grooves of the part to hold it in place during that final pass. Another thing I've learned when cutting parts out over the years is go past the bottom of the part by a small amount. My go-to amount is 0.02 inches. So instead of 0.15 inch cut depth, I went 1.52 inches deep, which is lightly cutting here into my spoil board table. And in less than 9 minutes with 5 cutters, we have a custom arched component. Now, Legacy has been working with Magnate for over 30 years to create custom cutter profiles for you guys. That way you can mix and match cutters of any type to create endless molding profiles. Definitely go check out all of those cutters at magnate.net. To take even more advantage of these cutter shape profiles, we actually use the Vectric software to create an entire tool library with all of these custom profile shapes. Aspire allows you to create any custom profile you wish and add it to the tool library. This technique of being able to apply custom cutter profiles to any vector curve in the CAD/CAM software makes this one of the most powerful features you can do on CNC. If you're interested in learning more about the Vectric software, I recommend you check out their website at vectric.com. A big shout out and thank you to Tyler Clarkson for sharing with us your work and inspiring us to make this type of video to show us how to, again, make custom curved molding. Now, if you're interested in learning more about a Legacy CNC system, I recommend you hop on over to our website at legacywoodworking.com. If you just want to watch more videos, hey, I don't blame you. There is lots to explore here on Legacy CNC channel, so have some fun. Now, if you want to be notified about new video releases like these, don't hesitate to subscribe and give us a like if you like what you saw. And as always, thank you for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next video.